This week I've been going in on Aerospins Jr. and the Aerosexuals. And also been lightly touching on the Charlo twins too, especially Jermall after coming up there with that bullshit drunken rant. I don't like to use that excuse. He was drunk. He knew what the fuck he was talking about. Because you got to think about it. I keep telling people, yeah, but he was drunk. Yeah, he was drunk. But you got to think about it. When you're drunk, you speak a truthful tongue, remember? Remember? When you're drunk, it brings out the truth in you. And that's proven. So that nigga he don't get no passes from me with that drunk shit. That shit fly. That shit goes out the window. Absolutely. But the reason the Charlos get some of that smoke is because a lot of the Aerosexuals also support the Charlo twins and their fucked up actions outside the ring and inside. Okay, so their behavior outside of the ring, to me, in my opinion, is dangerous and very irresponsible. The shit that they do and the shit they be talking. I'm telling you, man, a lot of shit they do outside the ring, the words they be talking, their mouth. I don't want to see the brothers get hurt, but man, sometimes you bring that energy towards you. That's what's gonna happen, man. I don't think they're ready for that, bodyguard or not. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about Jermall Charlo real quick. Let's get on his ass a little bit because he's another one. He doesn't run his mouth as much as Jermall does, but he runs his mouth. Still, he say a lot of shit out of his mouth. You be like, yo, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, man? There's no real people in Rhode Island. Like stupid, goofy shit. Like, what do you mean? Instead of worrying about Rhode Island, how about you worry about getting another fucking belt? Because you've been holding on to that WBC for the longest, bro. We wondering, bro, when are you gonna go for unifications or undisputed or something? You running around here talking shit about David Benavidez. He's not even in your division. And then when you get the smoke back, when he start firing back at you, now you start talking about COVID restrictions and talking about age limits and all type of shit, man. Then you run away from Andrade using the fact that him and Jermall was supposed to fight. You blaming Andrade for pulling out of that fight. Everybody already know what that's about. And you using that as a way for you not to fight Demetrius Andrade. That has nothing to do with you, bro. Why wouldn't you want to spank Andrade for doing that to your brother then? If that's what you feel he did, wouldn't you want to go in there and get right for your brother? For real. It's the truth, right? So let's look at Jermall Charlo real quick. The last fight, Juan Montiel gave him a good ass fight. I mean, he had problems in that fight. He kind of struggled in that fight. Rightfully so. Juan Montiel is a power puncher. He's relentless, durable. But he won that in the UD. A lot of people don't believe that, but that's what he won. He was defending his title. Then Sergey Derevyanchenko back in 2020. He only fought one time last year. And Sergey gave him some good work too. That was a good fight. He did better against Sergey than he did against Juan Montiel. Dennis Hogan, he smoked him. Brandon Adams is where he actually won his WBC title. That was a good scrap. Brandon Adams showed some grit, had a good chin in that fight. So that is where Jermall Charlo won his title. He won it from Brandon Adams. He won the title in the Brandon Adams fight. That was in 2019. So we talking, it's going on 3 years. But before that, he held the interim, and he won that. That was his first fight. Second fight in at 160 was Hugo Centeno. He knocked him out in the second round, crunched him, and then he secured the interim. But him actually being a real champ started from the Brandon Adams fight. So that is the only real belt that Jermall Charlo has held since then. And since then, there was supposed to be other fights supposed to be made. Andrade, he was the other title holder, WBO. Gennady Golovkin was the other. I think Golovkin had the other belts. And then you got this Murata dude. So what happened, man? What's holding up the unifications at least, man? I mean, I understand. Gennady G, Triple G don't want to fight the dude. He's scared of them all. I'll give him that. But what about the Andrade fight? You could have became unified. Why aren't you going for? Why didn't you go for that now? That might never happen because Andrade is moving up and he's going to drop that WBO belt, and that belt's going to be vacant. And that is ironic because it puts you in a sense of almost like a Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford situation. Terrence Crawford holds the WBO. Demetrius Andrade is in the midst of dropping his WBO. Errol Spence holds the WBC and the IBF. Jermall Charlo holds the WBC. You see the pattern? Now, Demetrius Andrade been avoided, pretty much pushed Andrade out to 168. And now that belt's going to be vacant, and then that's how Jermall Charlo is going to scoop up that WBO belt by fighting probably somebody that's going to be easy work. I'm telling you. Same thing I think will happen with Terrence Crawford when he drops his WBO. It's amazing, bro. You just be seeing the writing on the wall and everything, right? And that's what happened with Demetrius Andrade, and that's what I think is going to happen with Terrence Crawford. And Charlo is going to stay at 160, just beating on lesser competition. It's likely Triple G will probably get the belt off of the Marauder dude, and he's going to hold those two belts hostage. He ain't going to fight Charlo. Charlo's not going to get that fight with Triple G. So pretty much all Charlo got to go on right now is being a two-belt holder, because if Andrade drops the title, he's gonna win it off somebody light. Trust me. And then he's gonna hold two belts. Triple G gonna hold the other two belts. They never gonna fight for undisputed. It's not gonna happen unless Triple G he retires and drops those two titles, and then Jermall fights some more competition that's probably gonna be easy work again. And then that's how he gonna be undisputed. It's the same way with Errol Spence. Same thing, just a little bit certain different circumstances as far as because Errol got more belts than Jermall, but it's almost the same pattern. It's the same thing, same lineup. So Jermall is holding on to that WBC for dear life. All of it is not his fault, but when you look at it, he's not going to accomplish much at one. It's going to take him a long, long time to really accomplish undisputed at 160. Why not go up to 168? You said you got all the smoke for Benavidez. You got all these other dudes up there at 168 waiting for you. Why you don't go up there? No, you want to stay at 160, beating up on little dudes or beating up on lesser comp, make you feel good. So you'll never get my respect until you move up to 168 and actually challenge yourself. Then you'll get my respect. And I honestly thought that he had a good chance against Canelo. But we may not get to see that because we know what time it is, man. With the Canelo motherfucker, you say one thing, and then it seems like he don't want to fight. 1 minute he gonna fight Jermall. Next minute he fighting somebody else. He was fighting Jermall. Now he fighting Bivol. So whatever. But yeah, goddamn Jermall. I mean, figure it out, bro. What's the next career move for you? When are you gonna get you some more belts? You gonna hold on to that WBC till you 40 years old at 160? Because you ain't getting nothing else. Right now, you're not fighting Triple G. He's not fighting you. Demetrius Andrade's gone now. He was waiting for that. He like, oh, Andrade is gone. Yeah, easy work. Who's gonna line up that fight with WBO, that vacant WBO belt, and he gonna snatch that shit from the winner. That's all that's gonna happen, bro. Unbelievable. But that's all I got, man. Let me know what you think about that, man. About Jermall Charlo, because I thought he was going to 168. That's what they had said. Now I'm hearing he ain't. So if he ain't going to 168 right now, then Jermall Charlo, after he wins against Brian Castaño, or if he beats Brian Castaño, then he can't go to 160 because I don't think they ever want to be in the same weight class. And then Errol is going to hold Errol up from going to 154, right? So it's It's crazy what's going on right now between 147 and 160. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm off this, man. Long day ahead of me. Hope y'all have a good, productive day. Catch y'all later today. And I'm out.